Good morning, welcome to the stream. It's time to go over some charts. Friday, the last day, well, one more day, I guess Monday will be the last day of the month. Pretty much the end of the month, so mostly be looking at setups for next month. So starting with Aussie CAD here, just in order. So big bearish day going into the talked about yesterday. The pair is bearish, way below this move. So obviously looking at more shorting position next month. We'll see if price breaks today, and if it does, then it's definitely a good sign that it's going to keep heading lower and break below here. If we're looking at a higher time, good wick, so kind of right here we'll probably target for next month. So yeah, we'll see how this closes today. Monday, last day of the month. Start looking for big short positions and targeting this big area down here. Moving on, Aussie Swiss. So these Aussie pairs headed down, obviously. So one of my favorite pairs, Aussie Swiss. I like all the Swiss pairs. They just move very. So yeah, broke this main area like we talked about yesterday. Retested a bunch of times, and then now's the sign to head back down. So it's perfect price action. When price comes back, retests. Make sure, yep, this is their price. Perfect. We're exactly what it's doing. It's now breaking this major zone that was holding it for a week or so. Through it, we'll possibly close below it, just like this. We'll head lower. So next month kind of is an all-time low right here. On the month, actually, we can't really figure out where it's going to, exactly where it's going to most likely head to next month. But so the range for Aussie Swiss right now is about 300 pips. So it is likely that it will move roughly 100 pips next month, but we'll go over that. But for right now, yeah, no trades or anything. It's nice to see this just breaking its zone here. A nice bearish candle. This is a textbook, basically the entire month. Yeah, July 4th, 3rd. Basically the entire month, it's steadily down. Not a crazy, it hasn't moved its full month, but so it's been a slower month, but consistent. And so I'd rather consistently win crazy losses. So that is Aussie. Aussie yen, wow. So it actually dipped really low. It's still bullish, moving average, but today it's dipped overnight. It would have been, and it hit its monthly low. So there's a 500 pip range, and it actually hit it. As of yesterday, it was still 100 pips out. Pretty last night, came down, hit the 92 level, and is now rejecting. So this is cool. I'm going to see how. I'm curious how Monday this candle closed like this today and then bullish engulfing, then that might mean that on its way back up. The clear tried to test lower levels, is struggling, so they're still, but you can see as soon as price hit some bull, we'll see if they overcome the rest of today. If they do, they might back up, but obviously till Monday and then maybe early on in the wait for this might be a huge dip. We're gonna watch that. That's Aussie yen. Kiwis, yeah, last 3 days just moving down. Slow and is now below the move. It just goes back and the moving because it doesn't run 10 and like 5. Oh, this low here. This is pretty much the bears right here. Doesn't. But anyways, it's moving down, fighting a little here. So that overall short the Aussie, other than Aussie. So if anything, I'd be looking to short this, but I would wait for it. Movement bullish or bearish. I want to see it break this held it. So it's got to break. There's nothing really in between here. And there's significant bearish, which there hasn't really been pairs. It's not really trades or anything. Kiwi. Oh, Aussie dollar. Okay, so broke this. I was holding it up. Two big bearish broken area here, which it is just coming into rejected. See if it breaks this area. I am short Aussie. I do think even though the dollar was, I think overall it is now below this moving average. That also does bearish. So we're gonna wait for this. Next month I'll probably pull out some short positions, but I won't want to wait and start targeting. I like targeting them. I don't do a lot of trading. I'll analyze it come down for you guys and myself to understand things. Usually I really trade take this on the beginning of the month because I like to break down the charts on the monthly outlook and target the full monthly about 370 pips. So I want to get more. So that's how I personally trade, but you can still break down, analyze them for other people with their own setups that suit their strategies, their own risk rewards, all that. That's Aussie dollar. I'm going to target lows for next. Okay, so Aussie 200 is very interesting anymore. This line here, but so it's clearly been bullish, very weak bullish, but bullish. Yesterday it did have a huge daily candle reject, and now I kind of created this zone here. But obviously, I drew this big zone because where I thought it was, but it might not make it. Just delete though. I am still looking to head lower. It's unbelievable continuing this tiny with skyrocketing, with all of that happening. Still somehow shows how kind of corrupt everything is. But anyways, I'm going to wait for this to start heading down, but I'm going to need it to break. I need it to break significant support area downwards. By then, it's moving caught up. So I'm basically just watching this, make new should not be doing. It is what it is. We just got to wait. If it breaks this mini zone or this upward up here, we'll see. Good time. and we will, hopefully some bears could be nice if engulfing tried. He still wants to. No rush on. We'll wait till next month. We'll see if it's a good bearish. Maybe set up and target the range, but definitely got to be patient or short it. You'll pay the price. So not waiting on the Aussie index for more bearish confirmation. CAD Swiss. Okay, so completed its monthly range now, but seems to almost consolidate. The first few days of it were good, and now it doesn't really know what it wants. I would consider it so I would not bank on that. I would just wait and see kind of what it does now with all the other Swiss pairs short it. This is about 275 pips. That's what I'm going to be doing. Kind of where price is sitting at the start of the month. It looks like it's higher. Start targeting the lows. So this is obvious zone for price to into this zone, reject it, and start targeting. But that's CAD Swiss, nothing. CAD Yen holds the zones here. So it did complete its full monthly movement here, then did do a great. I am looking to buy this, not yet but soon. It's proven itself. It's obviously very bullish. It did this move, pulled back, coming back down into the zone, retesting. Support zone is created and rejecting itself, so it does want to back up. I'm looking for next month. Good buys here. I wouldn't take a trade, but if I would, like this, your stop out and target this previous area up here or higher. I believe there's about 500, but there is one considered about the high area. So back in as high as it 110 area, significant resistance. We'll see if it can break this 110 area. I would say most start heading back up. Really don't know if it'll break it, but if it does break, then it's obviously much higher. But if it doesn't, if you start ranging a little bit, it's still obvious bullish. Buying best bet. See, but that is my take on. Okay, so Swiss. Okay, so it broke down. Yeah, it's not quite back in its bullish. I thought it would have pushed up higher yesterday, 64.5, but instead the bears came out here. Now it's consolidating back on this support area created. Doesn't always have to head up higher. Some it will retest this one more time. So it gives buyers more opportunity on the pair too. So this is just kind of how they'll wait for a better position, like down here. You get a much better price. Why would you buy it here? You could buy it down. I don't know if it'll head directly up. I don't know if it'll get yet some time, but this is a good because it came back down to this zone and now is did highly. And technically this segment a higher low. This one price is still creating, so it's still showing bullish momentum. There's pullback, but yeah, that's probably my prepare just by being with it. So look at this. We'll just watch this zone and then wait for the momentum to come back in and start for buy. Little blue marker here is the end. I don't want to take anything yet, but we will look forward to dollar end. Okay, saying it's right at its full month. I did its fully move here. Now it's hitting this. If you would have taken retracement, which I marked out before, hit it perfect or anything like that. So a nice XR, very high reward trade. So I can delete that, I guess. So next, that's what we're basically looking at. So it is bearish. It's below this move. It does look to be rejecting. So I do think the dollar wants to. I think its range is about 3. So most likely here. So that's. I'll map all this out probably Tuesday. Probably to close it. Find all of our monthly position to take advantage of, but which is normal and exactly what I thought it would. Monthly movement down like this. Just create a further extension all the way to this area, starting to. Dollar index. Oh man, 0.50 index. So I'm really grateful I didn't get in on any. Again, this is another one. Start head just and clearly not yet. So we'll see how today closes. But yesterday did a big bullish candle through this and then pulled back. Now today another bullish candle. See how it closed. Still 8 hours. Exactly just like yesterday. Pull back. I do know it created. It's here that would obviously have to break. I would like to see the bottom. I think this will be a very if it breaks this zone. But it really shouldn't be doing economically. It does not make sense with interest rates and everything like that. But the market can always be misaligned if that can carry on for a long, not cooperate. Should basically out of whack. With trading, I've learned that I'm most likely right, but I'll be 3 months, a year and a half. So I guess if you think about it, yeah, I'm wrong initially, but it's exactly how it'll wait it out. Wait too short. Price has to take some big, finally make some waiting. Eyeing up every day, and every day it's making me mad. Went through the zone. So yeah, we set our alert. We'll wait till price finally starts breaking low. A couple months. I promise you this will be a very good Euro Aussie range. Obviously struggling with this area. Rejected it multiple. Back into it and rejecting. I don't obviously range. I think it is a good sign that is weak in this area. Back in July of 20. These were all the monthly highs. So it's back in same prices that it was, and it got rejected before. That's why it's now. So I do see. Overall trend to bearish. Obviously, wait a while. We're gonna cross over. Waiting. Hurry up and wait to that. Get used to that. The better I've gotten with that, so directly related. It's okay to be, you still have to be ready. Starts breaking lower, starts cracking the zone. The bears have come in, then you start targeting move. For this is pips. In a perfect world, regardless of the timeline, if price breaks this area, this moving at the start of the month, 100 pips, and yet maybe actually not August. Future pacing massive. That's Euro Aussie. There's not much. The zone to add massive and closer. Having a tough time. Hasn't since early May. That is Euro Aussie. CAD making it back down. So yeah, just like Euro Aussie, you see that this is about weak. So big bearish Kenny bull can retesting here. So you can see that these was good. See that they're shifting. We'll wait on your for it to break. Ideally would break below all these layers. Break below this 143.8 level, break below, clear to short it, 100 pips. For the market setup, you catch the top of the trend, you have rush into, trying to buy it right. Clearly, if anything, it's still pulling back. Even if this is still pulling back, there's no point in buying it. There's probably at all, to be honest. So, gonna wait on EuroCAD. Get my favorite Swiss. Delete these alerts here. So, very bearish. Below this, completed this nice 250 pips right there. So now you can see this bullish. So most likely we'll head up to this zone. Just wait. What I'm going to wait for, I want to see a few bull days for sure, and either get this zone or anything in between if it creates a new zone. As soon as it finds rejection, this area, here or here, anywhere, you wait for that rejection to set up. You target. So yeah, you target 250 pips for this. Let's say the trade. Obviously set up. It's trade. Just kind of sitting there. You just let it set up. As we've seen with the other Euro pairs like Euro Aussie CAD, the Euro overall is also good for Swiss direction. Short this, there's that. But yeah, I would to hit its own zone, start taking shorts, and capitalize on the full month of sense, and can get at least 2. You basically you get more pips and way less risk because you're not take one position 100 pips. Take 10 pips, a chance that 9 of those. Less is more with trading. So this area set itself up. It's really seeing a bunch of rejections. See price come up 3-4 times, a nice bearish engulfing, and then I'm going short. Euro pound also coming down. Good correlation. It's now testing. It's a very signal. It's probably like this. Starting with should be for zone for shorts. So I guess here weekly. It's probably well. So that would be Euro pound, but next month it's got to break zone. More short position. Euro yen also a little interesting. Broke this area. And it's full month the exact same. Aussie yen did last. No big move down, but got rejected. This might kind of the low bullish yen pairs again, but yeah, this just got away to touch it and reject it. But I would not short this pair by for bullish. Short this anytime. At any time, do not want to be on the end of that. So we'll see how this zone fins now today, and we'll see if this means buyers are probably still jump on that. They do so. Have to wait. And Kiwi, same thing as Aussie made here. Is now looking to head back up, retest this. I don't think to break this area again. Pair that will produce big money. Have to wait. So the trend switches from bullish to bearish. A lot of money. Have to wait for the trend to actually. I need price to come back into this zone. Catch up. Will be something in the 4 hour. So I wouldn't this 4 hour right now above. So that was for multiple get below the 1 hour, but the 1 hour then back up to that's where it obviously the bulls are here. They want to go back up to it and test that 1 test it, rejected, and watch price slip below this 4 hour move. Shows that downwards is starting to come upward. That's Euro key. That I'm waiting. That might take. That's no problem because once that sets up, where do you go? Because weekly, monthly, again, huge, massive back in July. So this is a very significant price. It rejected most likely again. We just have to wait, and then take short position. Euro dollar. So going back to the bullish. I'm gonna have to wait for Zoom. And the dollar is also, it did retrace back up. The euro itself, like we looked at with other pairs now, the euro it's value, so that is as well obviously, but again with the dollar can at least touch. We'll have to yesterday's big bearish pullback candle. You really just have to wait and the bullish momentum comes back into the market, come down to the retest the edge or something like that. Have to wait for, but I do think it is bullish. But for pound Aussie, massive blew through there. So I think pound Aussie is also going down without a fight. So huge here, one here. We'll see if it breaks. Obviously, a ton of it's here. It's good and bad. So I do think that in direction, and it will head low until it breaks this area, definitely. But at the same time, if and when it breaks this area, this low area, it's probably caught up to this moving average. Drastically different. So it breaks the middle. But until then, you gotta wait. This is a very rejected many times, but also rejected this upper area on the monthly. It's a very wicky area. So it's kind of sitting just above it now. I mean, who knows? It might actually 2 level like this. I'd say it might go up. Right? It did, and it did maybe it's not. I look at it more, maybe it's not changing direction. The euro pair, the pound is the euro, but so yeah, pound Aussie might handle if it's like this, and Monday is kind of the same thing. There's 800. I'd probably look at big long position 6 month. This closes, so it's still way above the move. It did create its own. Yeah, there's enough confirmation. I do think it does bearish. I'm right. Like it's obviously, but then it'll fall that way. Until then, a month, 6 months. Until then, I think goodbye. Momentum in it. To keep buying it for next month. I would look at buying it after price set. Pound CAD. Yeah, not doing a whole still, but this monthly sucks. Pound Aussie, not so much yet, but for a bit more pause, take short position start of next, but to break below 4 hour. Step 2, I would need it to create some rejection here. Not yet for me, not set up yet. That's fine, but I do see we'll just have to wait. I need more rejection here. I need to break this. Those would all be. Then I'll definitely. But until then, I gotta wait. But I do think that pounding. So I would not buy it yet. Buy it. Look at how this monthly area is. And even if you look at the weekly, last week very bare and really the top previous too. So yeah, don't shorting it if it presents and it breaks it. Then I'm looking on Swiss. I'm really struggling with the wheel can lower. Still bearish, but it is struggling. It basically just has to find. It made it this huge month, just like it should. So now we'll see how today, Monday, bullish candle closes through this zone. It might up to this one, below this, and short from like this. You trade like this. This does move on a pips to target, so your trade would look. But gotta wait till next month. Gotta wait. I would do it as a line up. I want to target that monthly range of 400 pips. Enter it. Rejection is an area where it is starting next month. I will like this though. Big bearish. Totally took closed. Now isn't quite hit its range. A lot of rejection here. Had to back up. So. Delete this. Don't think I'm going to do that by any means, but I like when it moves or rejects. That tells me it's testing. If it stays stagnant, it tried to go below right here. It dipped below the 178, got rejected twice. So we'll just let and this is an area where potential orders. Anytime you have, so now as price dips, price comes back and again, and eventually it gets filled much. Price starts shooting back up, it's targeting this highs. Many buyers, they gotta wait. A ton of momentum up, start crack down in this area. A bunch of time. Pound Kiwi testing big bullish through it, seems to be left higher. This tells me that it still wants to similar to pound. I wrote this big short. I do think not here yet. You can see the monthly but it is about to touch that. That's in huge monthly wicks 1018 209. That's 1,000 pip get last month. Very this is iffy. And even it closes today, obviously this is a pretty weak like here, but next week the bears could come in annihilate. I would really watch that. I get that like the area that it's in right now is so significant. Rejected on 4 times. Definitely wait on and do clear by any means. I think it's a good potential short. I mean, I would wait for more confirmation. That's right. Big short is key. Just wait. Wrote that. Just wait it out. Wait on Kiwi to start. Next week is very bearish. Golf. This week's candle, I would say that's in order for it to do, it would have to should have most likely decided onwards. So that is B. Pound dollar. $0. So not doing much yet. Back up. Be flat for now. It's not even. There's nothing here for me on pound dollar. That's what I'm gonna do anyways. German 40. Okay. This area again. These indexes, they move. So right now, I want to ever read with high interest. It's basically rejected the 3 times. Now it's bullish. Plenty of time. We'll see if it does though. To break me. I need it to break this pretty lower. And if everything moving out way butting like a couple weeks, I think we're capitalizing of these indexes right now. They're all bull. The stock markets are up, but eventually when they stop, go down, and they're gonna go down. Always go down faster. Then as they start heading downward. That's when we take short positions like this. You can end up making this in 3-4 days, 1 week, as long as it took to really made it up to this area all month for August as well. That's probably its monthly range. Yeah, anyways, you wait for price to come break this and we start looking, because I don't want to, it's at all time, a huge wick at all time. I want to buy some at all time highs. Stupid. So dumb people, I'm gonna wait to start. If I have to wait a month, 2 months momentum, start cracking, and then I will tell everyone else is freaking out, the stock market's dropping. Nas 100. Not doing a whole lot though. The other end come down a bit. It's clearly doesn't really know what to do. Was pushing, then it got rejected. This little resist, but to short these. All these index may sound crazy. Next work, you gotta be fearful when people are greedy, and that is what I'm doing. Moving average is way low. We'll take some. I want to buy for price 30 historically. It's very over, but I do want to show momentum stops. I'm pretty flat on the Nas 100. I'm just wait till it starts me lows downwards before I'm moving right along. Kiwi CAD. So it's about to test it. I really like these. So they move. They don't move a ton, like 25 pips in a month. Move pretty consistent. This hit its area and the start of the month. Basically this has made no profit. It's moved really well. It moves down. So much more you can ask. It is below the moving average. It's kind of sitting at a this weekly area here, the 70, so about 500. So you wait till next month, figure out if you target them. But right now, no trade setups. It's good to know that it's still bearish. It's moving good. It is going to battle with this. If it breaks this, then most would be its month. If broke then held, then for the month this area. If it doesn't do that, not much of it, that would be a 600 pips. So it would be something like this. But everything else has to break below and hold. And then I can target Kiwi Swiss. Okay, so not doing much. Basically just consolidate. Did move very well to the area. This, yeah, obviously very simple. The Aussies, the other Swiss pair. Yeah, look, keep shorting that. Obviously I needed to come back up to like this little area. So it is kind of creating, it's very, very weak compared to last week. Very bare. Totally just, so you can tell like this. But I think this is indexes. Each currency pair, like the Kiwi versus the Swiss, is obviously way more desired and dominant. Hitting new lows, but I need certain things first. Words of resistance to break. So that's Kiwi Swiss. See how they keep trickling down, keep breaking. It made a resistance zone for next month and target the Kiwi yen. So came down, touched the 85 low, completed its full. Wasn't even close. Hammered it overnight. See if this zooms now, and then we can see that this 85, 86, where a lot of buyers are sitting. Price came got heavily rejected, and you're right at this moving average supports. This is a good sign. See the pulling back, consolidate, getting rejected on the down, so go back up. Just tells me there's a ton of bot to buy that. If price comes sub 85, 6 level, they're buying it. We'll wait on this. If a price 4 hours, so price is above this 4 hour move, that back up, and most recent is downward, and we need upwards. Price to go above the 4 hour, price need to go above this to break these upper and flat. It's to do it. Prices right now is above this area, but below this one. Kiwi dollar, so heading, but no real significance. You want to look at a longer term trend. Sorry, tired I guess. So obviously hit the massive big bearish out of that, but way below this week, below the daily move, more and short. They do see the dollar losing strength, which is up. So I do think they are still bearish, but the other dollar pairs are bullish. It kind of goes against it, and it's clear for me as a trader personally to take it. Obviously rejected in here, new lows, but price is barely above this right here, and then below it, it's almost just like ranging. It's ranging / the other dollar bullish. So there's too much mixed info kind of thing, mixed data, mixed price action between all the pairs, prevent me from, like, I just see a outlook or plenty of other pairs on. So for me as a trader, you got to be, if there's 30 other pairs, why am I trying to force a trade? I don't even understand next week. Or for me, there's no clear look on plenty of other pairs, a lot of money. That's me personally. Maybe you see totally, send me, maybe you see, I don't see any trade this pair that makes sense to me, the risk, all the other, that is clear. Good old oil. So rejecting this $80 in 2 through 4 days much, rejecting. So the dollar, this is actually, the dollar is more up with all the economic slowdown, all that pushes oil down. So there's multiple factors to consider when doing oil now. Obviously it has been above this, but I drew this yesterday because this is where it was most likely to head, was the $83 level. If I do think we'll have to wait and see, because, well, especially month closes, but as of right now, so based on this weekly bullish, there's 7 hours left, but if it closed right now, that's very bullish. All these other full bull camp, I do think it's clear $83 level other area, but the bull run for oil and it'll be there. But who knows, oil has a lot of political stuff that goes with it. You never really know, but based on what I see right now, see it 83 level, the daily, the weekly, like this mass close on Monday, very bullish, shot to $3 level. But yeah, that's oil. It's good to $83, but highly consider highs as far as that job loss, but that's oil. So this UK one, the most challenging. I'm starting to, even though it dicked me around a lot, which is my fault there, continuing to dick with all these wick. Doesn't want to, this is obviously respected or as support, and it broke this upwards. So the 7,700 level, I do know it doesn't want to break above that, which is lower, but the pair that has shown me that things will take longer than you should. Loop right here, I initially shorted it. I shorted it based on perfect price action. Rejected, did huge wick. Boom, 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 massive, completely through. Did not make sense at all. So I hedged myself out of that. I did lose a little bit of money. I think I got out right here. I'm not in this anymore, and I did lose a little bit of money. Happy I took massive future, and when everything properly, I did make the right decision based on completely out of with this, and I learned a lot. So I'm waiting for the I need. Today it is rejecting a little bit. Continue to reject. I need to break this right here. Yeah, so UK 100's got to break. So yeah, so it really did. It did its range. It was in the wrong direction below this. Now, that's that. Just start heading. When it does, all my money, and then sorry, you major money. This week is very similar to last week, bullish, but a wick. It's bullish, but mini zones here. So it's in a major zone, also in here. I want to short this bullish, but you start taking its way. It's not if this could be it weekly, daily, hourly. It hasn't moved, rejecting. We'll see with that. And monthly wise, the bull came right in the back in April 12th. Consider with P500. I'm biased at it, so there's so much shift. I take short position. So that's the S&P USD, very flat. Like I talked about before. The US dollar is very, not much is going to cut now. We'll see next. Up technically bearish. Dollar is stronger. US dollar, especially on oil prices. Petrodollar, but it's here. And C, I would probably wait on some more price breaking above here, below here before I would movements. Just ties you up and fees and stresses you out for no reason. And then worst case, you lose money. Best case, you make none. So terrible position. Try to avoid that. So that's USD CAD. USD Swiss could still pull. You can see that found it, pulled up, then retested higher lows. Does want to bullish, but it might be a pretty safe buy up right in between this. That's a good outlook. Swiss. I wouldn't touch personally evenly this yet, but I wouldn't buy it. I'm trading and the dollar is continue to increase. I am short Swiss, but level. So moving right along. Just gold and silver. Basically, yeah, hit its traced back to this area. High. This was the low. Came up. We're back. So yeah, price came down. Back in and retested. Heavy region with all the LE setting. It's good when price tests it. It tells you it went really low. It tested, it rejected low. Anything below 139 right now, above 139 is fair price. I'm not buying this. Definitely this dollar versus the yen dollar. I mean, the 5 points raised them. If you're talking pure economic phenomenal, if by holding the yen you are losing money in the dollar, I'd be looking at them. It's got seen. Gotta wait. I'll wait a little bit longer in the month. The big banks trading right, or else I have to come back in, which will be on holidays. That's USD. Definitely a buy. It's great. A higher comes up, comes back down. It's kind of here. Price made a low, made a high, or high like this. That'll be your USN trades. All in good time. Just wait it out, guys. Be patient. Pays. Promise. Silver is just why it used to be struggling to go higher, but in lower, it's flat. Moving average that held it up towards it. Dollar pushes the value of commodity, but at the same time, with economic slowdown, desire for as necessary. It's the same thing with gold. It's really tough. It's not really a commodity. There's not a clear. I want to speculate as possible. I like seeing clear setups, clear outlooks are all over the place. I couldn't. Basically, if you can't explain your trading plan to a 5-year-old, it sounds crazy, but that served me. By looking at this for more than 30 seconds or a long-term outlook, not worth me a trade, or many other pairs you can trade that have yourself and that doesn't have a clear outlook. I'm not touching silver. Maybe you see something. I love trading my bread and butter. Okay, so gold. Last one. Cryptos. A few hours here. My voice. This is gold. So rejected this massive area here. Big bearish kill out of this. Now is retesting on gold. I understand everything gold, but unpopular for me. So it trends well. It moved here. It trends well. It's great to box. So I do think it is above the move. If I was to take a trade, I don't really want to short it. It came up to this zone recent, short that. If I would have short, okay, I got a massive support area here. If price here, I'd put on the weekly. So if you wanted to look this actually, if you draw these zones, price rejected from the weekly above. This tells me rejected the ups, the downs. Therefore, short there. Back would be more likely to short than about $60, 1900. So just based on this, bullish above this for May hasn't been above this level. That tells me it doesn't want to close above this level. It's not that it's bearish, it wants to, can't. So short. So that might be, maybe I did talk myself into yeah, we'll see. And I do like this as of price. I like that it's creating lower highs, a lower high, bear candles daily. I'd definitely be looking to short gold. Just to take a position today, Monday, next week, it would be. That's gold, guys. That's my analysis breakdown. Hopefully you got something from it. If you did, leave a comment. I'm going to break this down into smaller trade setups for people to watch. It's easier to break down. This has been a long stream, so a lot out of it. Try to, I will break it down into parts and digest. Thanks for watching.